Hey guys, today we're at Dunbar. It's my home course. Mosquitoes are going crazy today. And so the goal today in fighting the mosquitoes is to really shoot 3 under. First hole is a short par 3, 196. It is a blind tee shot. And with the summer growth of all the trees and stuff, you do have a small window to get through. And if I had any sort of forehand, then I would have confidence in getting an easy birdie on this hole, but we'll probably get a par. We'll see. All right, so here we go. Not too bad. Yeah, easy layup. Sometimes it does tend to roll on this this hole if you don't throw it just right. But we're gonna get a little tap in par, I think. We'll see. All right, that'll par. I mean, that's a little bit long, but I think that's very birdieable. Should go a long ways to getting us close to the 3 under goal here. And also, I'll show you, but because we've had so much rain in the last couple of weeks, even though they only mowed probably 2 weeks ago, everything's just growing so fast. So everything's just gonna die. We'll see. See, the grass is so tall. Okay, so like I said, not too bad. Pretty easy putt here. Probably a good 12-footer. See if we can knock it in. Alright, that works. Okay, so hole 3 is another par 3. It's 300 feet long. We have the river on the right side of the hole. You don't want to miss right. The pin is located way kind of downhill at there's a slope that goes down to the river, or the creek, I should say. And I just always play a very strong hyzer here, and just get it close enough to get a par, basically. So if I get a birdie, that's a bonus. So I can't throw very far. I think the furthest I throw is probably around 300 feet because I'm old and just started playing disc golf about a year ago. But with that said, I'm going to use this James Conrad disc that is very overstable. So let's see how it goes. That wasn't very good. I started it way too high and too much on a hyzer. I guess that creek got me worried, but I should be able to get up and down for a par. You can see the hill I was talking about slopes down to the pin, the basket up there, and then over here is just straight creek. And again, 2 days ago, this was underwater down here, so it's going to be very muddy. Definitely don't want land in that stuff. Alright, here we go. Just a bit of a approach shot here. I'm going to try to hold the phone at the same time as throw it. Stop, don't roll. That's always the danger. Rolled, it hit right beside the basket and then rolled down the hill some into the mud. Done. Oh my goodness, that's crazy muddy. I'm very happy with that par. Excuse me, par 3, 279. It's way down there, kind of hugs the right side. And again, I don't really have much of a forehand unless I have no other choice. Which is ironic because that's the only thing I could throw when I first started playing disc golf. So I'm going to throw a wave, which for me is a little bit understable. It's a little flippy. And we'll see what happens. I might be totally in the right side of the woods. Okay, so that really is deeper in the woods than I needed to be. There's clearly no shot out of here. If I can somehow punch it through and just get it close enough to get a tap in, that would be absolutely phenomenal. Because there's the basket right there. All right, let's give it a shot. Oh, I think I can kind of do the split a bit. Flex it. Oh well, I might can make a par. We'll see. I do have that stinking tree right in between me and the basket. Like literally. Nope. That's a bogue. That's unfortunate. Okay. Alright, hole 5, probably my least favorite hole on the whole course. Par 4, 554 feet. It goes under the overpass. Creek on the right. It's just a beast. Particularly for people like me who can't throw very far. It's a beast. So if I get out here with a par, I'll be celebrating. Well, that couldn't have been a whole lot better for me personally. I'll take it. Alright, you can see the drive's in the middle of the fairway. Way down there is the basket. See the tip top of the basket. To the right, well, we have these pillars in the way, these columns. That's all muddiness and creek. Alright, here we go, the general. Let's see if I can keep it out of the creek, because I got to go to the right of those columns. I made it around them. Just didn't have enough oomph on it. And that is why I have never birdied this hole. The best I've done is par. But you know, like I said, I'm very happy with a par on this hole. And honestly, I'm happy if I don't lose a disc today in these conditions. Okay, so it did roll down the hill just a little bit. That's okay. There's the basket. It's probably a good, 55 footer, if I had to guess. Let's see how it goes. Alright, that's a tap-in par. Okay, so holes 6, 7, and 8 are really all birdie holes. Hole 6 is par 3, 171. It's under the overpass. That's the noise. You hear these cars going over my head. The one right after it, it turns around and comes back the other direction. And you throw from under the overpass. And then hole 8 is just a good par 4, but it's relatively short. Par 4, I can get there in 2, and you should be able to birdie. I should be able to birdie all 3. So let's give it a try. I didn't really finish the shot on that. I just kind of chunked it. Looks like I'm going to have about a 15-footer tester putt for sure. Yeah, there we have it. Maybe close to 20 feet. Oh, I've pulled it to the right. Not bad. This should be a birdie. The other 2 should have been a birdie as well. The other hole right before this. Alright, here we go. Probably looking at about a 13 footer. Oh my gosh. No chains whatsoever. But I'll take it. Par 4, 424. Easily reachable in 2 for me. It's just kind of straight down the middle, but there is a right fence. Goes along the right side of this hole. And I have been known to pull it to the right if I throw this wave. That's what I'm going to throw. Oh my gosh. I yanked it to the right. Okay, so I yanked it to the right. It ricocheted off the fence though, so I do have a shot at the basket. Only problem is, because I don't really have a flex shot or a forehand, I've got to just hope it gets through the tree limbs that's hanging down in between me and the basket. So here we go. All right, let's go with the tactic. See if that'll work. I like it. That's pretty good. That's less than 10 feet from the basket. So as long as I keep that low, it's okay. It goes pretty straight, but normally it's pretty overstable and will turn left. So that should be another bird. Get me to 2 under. It's more of a tester putt. That's probably, I don't know, 15, 17 feet away. Let's give it a run. Been doing that a lot lately. Been yanking them to the right. So, like I said 3 holes ago, the next 3 holes should be birdieable holes. Probably the 3 easiest holes on the whole course. Maybe hole 18. And maybe that second hole is pretty easy too. And to come out of it just only 1 under, that's okay. It could be way worse, I suppose. Could have crossed over that fence. That would have been exercise I definitely needed, but didn't want to do. So here we go, hole 9, par 3, 258. A lot of low-hanging branches. You have to keep it low and throw it underneath these things. And for me, I want to keep it low and relatively straight and hope it skips in to the left. Takes a skip shot, so we'll see. And then it goes again of the MVPs. Throw them right. That's not what I hoped, but it's a long putt. I've totally shot that one out, kind of grip locked it to the right. But I'll have a putt now. That means it's going to be a par. Let's just be straight with one another. I don't make anything from that far. Oh, well, you know what? That's pretty good for me. So, I'll take it. That's a par. Hole number 9. Alright, hole 10, 173. Again, you have limbs to deal with on this course. It's a beautiful course with the oak trees. But you got to keep it low. Not very difficult course at all, but it's perfect for me. So that's the goal, is to get it down there close, get the bird. Okay, let's go with the tactic. Not too bad. It's probably another 15 footer left of the basket. Make a putt for it. That's how we roll here at Dunbar. It's another par. Alright, hole 11, 224. Not a long shot. It's a pretty easy shot, it should be. But it's kind of at a distance that's kind of in between discs for me. Alright, let's go with the balance on this one. See if I can reach it. All right, that's about as good as I can possibly throw in this hole. Seriously, that's parked. That'll get me to 2 under. The goal was 3 under. There's still some difficult holes, like the next one that has a mando, and like 2 after that, that's another mando. So there's always room to mess it up. We'll see. All right, little tap in, like those. All right, hole 12, par 3, 242, but there is definitely a mando on this one. There's a couple of trees you have to go in between. They're pretty spread out, so it shouldn't be that bad, except that I tend to always grip lock it and miss the mando, and then I'm putting for stinking par from 40 feet away, so we'll see. Okay, here we go. Keep it low, keep it straight. I like it a lot. Oh my gosh, that almost went in the basket. I hope you can see that on the video. Probably the best shot I've ever thrown on this particular hole. Like, ever. I've been playing this course for a year. So yay! Potential to get another bird and be at my goal, and I just gotta hold on to it. Alright, so there's my tee shot. Pretty much basket high, pin high. And it looks like I've got about a 10-footer. So I'm happy with that. Yay! Birdie. You know, I have to say, here's become the hole 13, par 3, 218. It's like overcast, kind of starting to sprinkle a little bit outside. But my goodness, it's like June. It's June the 8th. And I'm happy with this weather. There's like a little breeze. I mean, God is good. Never cease to be amazed at just His creation too. Just looking around, seeing all these beautiful oaks, pecans. And praise the Lord, right? Everybody needs to do that. You're out playing disc golf. Thank your Creator for what He's made us to enjoy. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can curve it around that oak tree and head towards the basket, which is just to the left of it. Too high, that stunk. That's okay, I should be able to save par from there. I just got to make a good approach shot. And that's where the old tactic comes in. I'm gonna give it a run. Okay, so we're probably about 12 feet out. Let's see if I can make it while holding the camera. Here we go. I'll take it. Hole 14, 272. It's hard to see because I don't have a tripod, so it's hard to see from this angle. But there's 2 mandos. Like there's a double mando. You got to go in between these 2 trees. I tend to yank it to the right. We'll see if I can keep it left. Did. Oh my. Oh, hit the last tree right before the basket. That's pretty good. All right, here we go. I mean, that's still 25 foot, at least maybe 30 feet. Let's give it a run. I'll take a tap in par. That'll work. Okay, so not doing too bad. 3 under, 4 holes to go. Pretty confident I can birdie 18. Now watch me like bogey it or something, but I'd be really happy if I got 2 birdies out of the last 4 holes. They're not easy, and I'll show you on this next one. This one in particular is not easy because hole 15, 222. Can you even see the basket? Probably not. What you do see is there's a tree right there. There's a tree up there. Past this tree, there's another tree. Oh, look, there's the basket underneath all those hanging limbs. So you can either hyzer it, keep it low and hyzer it. You can shoot this gap with like a sky hyzer or just keep it low and straight. Well, I don't typically throw low and straight. So I'll give it a shot with the old balance and see what happens. All right, here we go, Simon line. Oh, too high, hit that tree. I figured I would. Last time I got lucky and I went under it when I played this a couple of days back. And I had probably about a, I don't know, 15-foot putt. But I think I doinked it. Probably would have happened this time anyways. We'll try to get the par. It's still going to be a little tricky with all those limbs in between me and the basket now. The limbs in between me and the basket. And I hit them. Dead on. Probably about a foot too high. Could have gone under that limb. Would have kept it a little bit lower. That's a really small gap. And when you're very much average, then, you know, you're not going to make that gap. So now we got ourselves a pretty decent putt here. Good grief. That's a good 30-footer. Again, I know you probably can't see it on the video, but there's literally about 100 mosquitoes swarming around me. Yeah, a little. Shout out to my sponsor for this round, Vessi, the best shoe in disc golf. Oh, wait, y'all know I'm just messing around. I ain't got no Vessi sponsor. I got some Adidas that are worn out from Walmart. Yeah, they're not sponsoring me either. They wouldn't dare do that. Okay, so this is hole 16, par 3, 248. Again, there's a couple of trees you got to work with. You want to kind of hyzer it in. If my son were here, he would be able to just throw a forehand and park it. Yeah, I'm not going to be that guy. So we'll see what happens if I throw this one up there close. All right, going with the Crave this time. It's about the right time to throw that. Well, I did not go to the right of the tree. I went to the left of the tree, and it just kept on hyzering. Wow, that was crazy footage. Kept on hyzering like all the way out of town, basically. So I'm gonna have about a 45, 50-foot putt. You know, probably a good 30-footer. Maybe 35 at the most. Let's be honest, I'm gonna get a par. All right, Prodigy, EA3, get it done. And I yank it to the right. Like the goofball that I am. Okay, par. Okay, hole 17, 264. They say that. I think it plays a little further than that. There's no way. I think it's more closer to like 284. So here we go. If I'm going to birdie 2 in a row, well, guess what? It's got to be these last 2, because then I'll be done. And I'm sitting at 3 under, so I really need a birdie right here to get 4, and it'll be great. All right, here we go. Straight, pretty stable. I was really hoping that would be overstable and turn back to the left, close to the basket. All right, so yeah, we're looking at another par. You know, once I'm on this hole, I was about, oh, I don't know, probably a good 60 feet behind this, and I made it with a tactic. Back then it might have been a zone before I lost the zone, but that's probably not going to happen. That's like 1 in a million chances. So this is maybe like a 50, 45 footer. Yeah, it's another par. I won't get to 5 under, maybe 4. All right, here we go. Little tap in for par. All right, we have arrived. 18th hole, 202 feet. The basket is directly behind that big fat oak tree right in the middle, kind of in line with the water tower. Now here I was saying I can birdie this hole. Now let's see if I can follow through with that. All right. ball didn't turn enough. Yeah, that's going to be a hard one to birdie. Here's a chance. Yeah, probably not. Okay, I'm getting attacked by ants, so I'm going to try to hurry up and just miss this birdie here. Yeah, tap in par to finish out the round.